Another piece of software I can't live without is actually another piece of free software from Microsoft called OneNote. Now, it is absolutely true that Google makes a product that is very, very similar to this one called Google Keep. I know I mentioned that in the Session 7 breadcrumb as well, but I just thought I would highlight this here. I use OneNote extensively when I'm doing any of the prep that I do for classes. So you can see over here, these are the classes I teach just for Rock Valley College. And right here is a note that got lost. That's where I put all the cigars that I don't hate that I put in there. So these represent essentially folders. And if I click through to one of them, these are the notes that I have for those different folders. So if I would come in through CIS102, which is not in here, which is unusual, but I'll come in through here through Web 101. These are the notes that I prepare for myself before I teach a class. So I would come through here and I would say, okay, these are the things that I'm going to cover tonight or whenever it is in class. And then I would have a new note for each one of the sessions that I'm going to do. So this is session 2, chapters 3 and 4, and here's all the stuff that I talk about. So this way I at least appear as though I have a reasonable clue of everything that's going on. Because if I didn't have notes, even as kind of scattered as, a podcast like this or a screen video like this would seem, they'd be even worse if I didn't have my stuff together beforehand. The great part about OneNote is, as soon as I am done here, putting together, the notes that I'm going to use for class. So this is me being, in my office, typing on a full keyboard, doing what I need to do to prep for a class. So before I go on campus and teach, I can pick up my iPad at RVC, open the OneNote app on my iPad and see exactly this stuff. So I always have my notes available to me wherever I go. This is huge. What I'll tell you is I also have another notebook up here, and that's not for RVC stuff. That's for me. So my grocery lists are on there. Our packing lists for when we go on vacations are on there. I actually take pictures of every receipt I have that has a barcode on there because I lose receipts immediately. So this way, I need to go return something to Best Buy. Instead of having to have them look me up and do all this complicated stuff, I can just show them a picture of the receipt. The receipt pulls up on their system, and away we go. If you can trust OneNote to start keeping those things for you. So class notes, I suggest to students all the time. Number one, take notes. I know nobody does, but I suggest it all the time. This is how I would do it. I would say, look, this is CIS102. Create a CIS102 notebook. Oh, right here, like the one right in front of me. And then I would just right click in here and say new page. And if today is session 8, I would just say session 8. It's got the date for you there. It's hard to lose. Now, notes for session 8. I can't type and talk at the same time. It's a weakness, I know. Notes for session 8. And then you could just be banging out notes. The best part about doing this instead of having a notebook is it's searchable. So if I talked about video editing stuff and you were taking notes on video editing, instead of having to go in through your CIS102 folder and then through every note that's in here that you have to look through because there's lots of stuff it could be, you could just search in here, and search works exactly the same way it does every place else. And you could search for a note and automatically that search result is going to come up. That'll save you a ton of time. So I extensively use OneNote, not just professionally as a teacher, but I use it just in my regular, disorganized, messy life as well, because otherwise I'd never know what cigars to buy when I go into a shop. I would never know what happened to my Best Buy receipts, especially like Home Depot. I would lose that stuff all the time. So I really recommend. It's free, and you can use your S number at student.rockvalleycollege.edu to sign in for that, and you get your notes every place you go on any device you go, and that is a huge benefit to you.